Hey everyone, Mike here, and welcome to the channel. If you're a new viewer, I actually have a 2007 Saturn Sky that I've been modifying and doing repairs and different kinds of things. It's kind of focused on that. If you're not new to the channel, then you probably know that I just recently installed the ProBeam from DDMWorks, the DDMWorks company, and it's actually the third part of their kind of like their bracing bundle. They actually have a Venom Brace that goes up in the front. They have the backbone that goes kind of down the center, and then they have the ProBeam that goes in the back. So I got all three of them installed, and whenever people were seeing that I was actually installing them, one of the first questions is, well, how does it work? Is it worth it? You know, is it worth the money? And right out of the gate, I can definitely say yes. Now, there's really three types of people that are going to own a Saturn Sky. There's going to be people that just kind of like drive them around, and that's all they bought them for, just kind of cruise, drive them, and just kind of have fun that way. The second type of person is somebody that's going to race them, either through autocross or, you know, drag racing and those kinds of things. And then the third type of person is somebody that does both. So they're going to take it for cruises, and they're going to have fun with it, and they're also going to be going to doing autocross and various things. So I'm actually in that category. I actually do both. I kind of like to drive around in general, but I also like to do autocross. So as far as the bundle and the ProBeam and everything else, you know, whether it's good and whether it works, you know, I'm gonna put these windows up, maybe get rid of some of this wind. So as far as the ProBeam and whether it works, for normal driving around, I would say yeah. I mean, unless you're a purist and you don't want to do any kind of modifications to your car, because you do actually drill into the cross member in the back, so be aware that you are going to be, you know, putting holes in that if you buy the ProBeam. But if you're okay with that, one of the biggest things that I've seen with the ProBeam in the back, and probably the Venom Brace in the front as well, is anytime you go over any kind of bumps, potholes, or, you know, just kind of different changes in the road conditions, the car is a lot more stable now. I mean, before it used to almost, I don't want to say bounce out of track, but you can kind of feel that it just lost its steadiness and its sturdiness whenever it go over a bunch of bumps, especially the ones that are when you have the road comes up to a bridge, you always have that little bump that goes down, and then you're coming back up off the bridge again. You know, before, like I said, it was very harsh, but now with the bundle under there, it's a lot more stable. The car kind of stays put on the road. You don't really like lose anything with that. So that's probably the biggest experience that I've seen as far as regular driving around and having them on there. Now, obviously, you know, turning, you know, when you suddenly come up with a crazy bend that you didn't know was coming up, or you kind of lost your bearings of where you're at or whatever, and you hit this bend a little bit fast, the ProBeam bundle is definitely going to help you out there as well, because it does keep that, pretty much keeps the car as flat as possible, because it stiffens up everything on both sides of the suspension. You're going to be a lot more confident as long as you have decent tires. You're going to be a lot more confident going around bends a little faster than you might not have before. So that's another big benefit for that. If you're just thinking about, you know, all I do is drive around, just for the bumps alone and keeping the car kind of stuck on the road during these bumps and potholes and things, it's well worth it, along with, you know, obviously the turning as well. So the second type of person, like I said, is autocross or any kind of racing. But me, I only have experience with the autocross with this car, and I would definitely say it's a benefit there as well. And the reason being is there were some things. No, actually, out of full disclosure, this is my first year in autocross, and I am no expert by any means. So take that with a grain of salt, and what I'm saying with a grain of salt. But what I could definitely tell you is I did some maneuvers this past Sunday that I can guarantee if I'd have done them without the ProBeam or the whole bundle under there, I'd have probably lost the back end a few times. It's just kept the car that much more stable on the track, and that's really big in autocross. Obviously, the last thing you need to do is start doing, you know, 360s and everything else in front of everybody. It's pretty exciting, it's pretty fun, but it definitely messes up your time. So I could definitely, you know, say that it helps. I'll show you a little video here real quick of, you know, what it would have been before the ProBeam and the bundle. And then if you look at this turn here coming, you know, after everything was installed, you could see that going around this bend was a lot more steady. I mean, I didn't lose the back end. It didn't even feel like the back end was going to come away from me. And then if you look at the, actually these were 2 Chicago boxes that we had to go through. Even there, the way I was, going in and out of them, and like I say, I'm still new at this, so it probably wasn't the best technique. But even there, the bundle basically kind of saved my butt. I mean, I didn't lose the back end on any of those turns when I was going around the Chicago boxes. So I could definitely say that they definitely help for autocross. One of the other things that was good with autocross that I discovered was during launch, I wasn't the wheel hop. I didn't have as much wheel hop as I did before. So before I had the ProBeam back there, at least, anytime I would do a launch, if I would spin any kind of tire, the back would just bounce around a little bit. But now when I had the ProBeam, I mean, it did it a little bit. It was still kind of there, but not nearly as much as before. So the ProBeam definitely settles down and kind of controls that back end, whether you go through the bends or going over harsh roads, or if you're doing a quick launch. So I mean, that piece alone is really good, but to really get the full benefits of the entire package, you got to get the bundle, get all 3 of them. Those 3, the backbone, the Venom Brace, and the ProBeam are 3 pretty vital pieces of equipment that you want to add to your suspension. Now the last one obviously is both, and that's what I am. So I can, it's kind of obvious, I can enjoy the best of both worlds. I can enjoy the suspension now, doing everyday driving. Oh, that was pretty loud. Doing everyday driving, and I can enjoy it on the autocross. So it was definitely worth the price. So that's pretty much it. I know this was a pretty quick video, and everybody kind of wanted my opinion on the bundle. And like I said, as far as I'm concerned, it was a very good purchase, and I'm glad I did it, especially for the autocross. But even for normal driving back and forth and driving on the road, it just feels a lot more solid. The suspension is a lot more solid now. So you can get it at DDMWorks. I believe it's DDMWorks.com. I'll go ahead and put a link to it below. And let me know if you guys already have the bundle, what you feel, if you feel it's worth it or not as well. As always, if you have any questions, you can certainly post them in the comments below. I'll try to answer everyone that I see and what I can. And if you like this channel in general, please smash that subscribe button. I always like the subscribers, and hit that like button as well. YouTube likes the like buttons. And if you do hit the subscribe button, be sure to click that little bell, because that little bell underneath is going to go ahead and notify you of any new videos that I come out with all the time. So, and I believe that is pretty much the end of this video.